David Bergman wrote of Jarrell that he was disturbing. He comments that it is for this reason, beyond others, that Jarrell is not considered as greatly as others to have shared his vertiginous position. He was, after all, an equivalent of the Poet Laureate of the United States. A native of Nashville, he studied at Vanderbilt, where, despite his teachers being of a conservative nature, his political stance was decidedly further to the left. Perhaps this too plays a part in American literary scholars not placing him as high as his art would normally dictate. In recent podcasts with artists, they have declared that art, good art, is political. I would also add to that my impressions of a personal nature, that good political art can occasionally be in possession of that character which shocks, without declaring an intention to do so, or inspiring the forethought of their consumer that it will perhaps follow. Randall Jarrell disturbed the reader. He shocked them, and through that jolted their reflections. He removed them from the comfort their thoughts had created, and placed them into an uncomfortable zone of thought. I had initially chosen a poem called The Ways and the People, written in 1939, and which I will publish in the coming weeks. However, in researching his works further, I stumbled across The Refugees, and I could not skip over it. The title drew me, of course, because I wanted to feel the sentiments of people towards refugees 80 years or so ago. I wanted to understand how Randall Jarrell considered these travellers of fate. I was dumbstruck reading through it. The emotions leapt off the screen. The words did somersaults in my head. What possessions had they given up? What had they abandoned? The psychological imagery was stark and bold and driven into my depths. And I wonder, how do you feel about it? This podcast is dedicated to the sincerity and clarity of thought of an artful poet, Randall Jarrell. Turn the mic, clocking out. Enjoy.
Dung weche pek kod welo mabiro e tuanda mic. Dung parodit kod jok mawuoye tuanda mic. Seche tim sud buta wawinji e tuanda mic. Wola wachokre, wabed piny, biwawinje, ero chako, dumomit ndi, and a mic. Podcast makende.
The Refugees by Randall Jarrell. In the shabby train, no seat is vacant. The child in the ripped mask sprawls undisturbed in the waist of the smashed compartment. Is their calm extravagant? They had faces and lives like you. What was it they possessed that they were willing to trade for this? The dried blood sparkles along the mask of the child who yesterday possessed a country welcomer than this. Did he? All night into the waste the train moves silently. The faces are vacant. Have none of them found the costs extravagant? How could they? They gave what they possessed. Here all the purses are vacant. And what else could satisfy the extravagant tears and wish of the child but this? Impose its cancelling, terrible mask on the days and faces and lives they waste? What else are their lives but a journey to the vacant satisfaction of death? And the mask they wear tonight through their waist is death's rehearsal. Is it really extravagant to read in their faces? What is there we possessed that we were unwilling to trade for this? Two, and a mic. Two, and a mic.